Good morning. I had to check my turnip prices. They're 58, which is pathetic. Happy Friday. Work Monday, off Tuesday, work Wednesday, off Thursday. That's really dumb, right? Like, just group it all together. Tell them that's dumb. Tell them I said that's dumb. And they can ask me what my opinion is, and then I'll tell them, and then I'll give you the days off in a row. They can suck it. I was actually going to try to go live at 8, like an hour ago, but that didn't happen. Also, like I told Dilly yesterday, I was like, okay, I've set my alarm for 5 a.m. because me and him were talking about like wanting to get up earlier and like we can get stuff done in the mornings. And I was like, is the day, well, not today, as in yesterday, but like is now the time that we both like reset ourselves and we start getting up early. I was like, I've set my alarm and I'm gonna get up tomorrow. I'm not gonna turn it off. Before I went to bed, I was like, okay, I'll put it like 5:45. And then I turned it off this morning. I actually woke up. Well, Beyonce woke me up at 2. And then I woke up at 2 and then she woke me up at like 5 and I could have gotten up. I wasn't like running around and awake and ready to go, but I was awake enough and I could have gotten up, but I went back to bed and I turned off the alarm and then didn't get up until like 7:30. I'm a big liar. God damn it. That's true. It's 8 a.m. Mountain Time and it's 7 a.m. Pacific Time. So technically I'm early for Pacific Time. But yeah. Okay, hang on. I need to just I don't need to play Animal Crossing technically. But like I want to play Animal Crossing and start to build my island and then get everybody's pictures and stuff. But every time I sit down to do it, I'm like, no, I don't have time right now. I'm just going to do the dailies and go. Silly, goofy. But maybe tomorrow. Tomorrow we have to go to the Asian grocery store, get a bunch of stuff, and we're going to have lunch. Then we're going to come back. Today we have to go mail things, which is why I'm on earlier than normal. We have to go to the post office after his meeting this afternoon. And we don't know how long that's going to take. So, maybe tomorrow though. How do I turn this off? I did it. But anyways, Jasper had me up at 6:30. This fucking magpie bird wouldn't stop chirping outside. Hi, May. Am I silenced? I don't think so. I can see you. I don't know what's going on with all that. Hopefully it's like actually fixed now, because that's wild. Like I've had it where it won't let me chat for like a minute, maybe 2 minutes, but 2 hours is wild. My power just went off because of the heat. Oh God. I wonder if that's what happened to Shay and Dylan the other day when Shay's stream cut out. Because at first I thought it was just me. I was like, oh, it's just being goofy. And then I was like, wait, did it cut out for you guys too? Because I was in a voice call and they were like, yeah. My village is just not built for 100-degree heat for a week straight. Went from heat warnings to thunderstorm and rain warnings. It rained all day yesterday. We've had some flooding warnings just in general. And I was watching it yesterday. I was like, damn, I understand why now. How are you today? I'm doing good. I did not get up at the time that I said I was going to, but I got up at 7:30, which is better than when I got up at 9 a.m. yesterday. So that's good. And then I filled my coffee cup up. It's like just fucking millimeter from the top of the cup. I filled it up too much. I hope everybody's doing good. Bo is singing the song of his people. Okay. I'm in chapter 17 of Royal Assassin. Oh, I have to check in. Wait, I have to check in. I did it. Because I'm going to finish Royal Assassin at least this year. Don't know when. Hopefully in the next couple months, because I'm behind. I have 4 hours of sleep. Oh God, not my fault. Oh God. Maybe you can get a nap in. Maybe you could like either get a nap in or go to bed early. One of the two. I think we're gonna run to the beach later and throw Moxley in the ocean. See if it helps his itchy skin. I hope so. About to start your 100th book. I know Gavin just had his 100th book like a few videos ago. And I was like, damn. Like that's wild. It's really cool. It's wild in a good way. I'm behind. We're all behind. We all had really good intentions when we were like, yes, we're gonna start all of these really big books on top of all the other things that we want to read. We all had very ambitious intentions. And you know what? We're still seeing them through. So I'm going to give that point to us. I'm trying to decide if I want my last gay book to be my 100th or a book I know I'm going to give 5 stars. That's tough. I'm tempted to say the 5-star one because you want, not that you're going to read 100 books and then stop for the year, but like you want to get to the milestone with a good book. Yeah, because what if not that gay books are bad, but like what if this particular book that also is gay is not like even a 3-star? What if you finish it and you're like, it was fine, but like 2.5, not the best. You know, then you get to this big milestone and you're like, wow, little lackluster because I didn't love this book. So maybe do the 5-star and then you can be like, okay, and then boom, we're going into the second half of the year, second half of however many books I'm gonna read, and we're starting it off with a gay book, as you should. Options. I want to do something wild and not track books for the rest of the year and see where I am by the end. I think you should. I think that's fun. Would you, by the end of it, like, would you kind of just keep track of, like, when you finished a book, just kind of be like, okay, I'm done, and just, like, wrote it down? So by the end of the year, you could go, okay, now let me actually see how many books I read. Yes, okay, that's kind of what I figured. I'm excited. I think that's a fun idea, and it takes away the pressure of having to, I mean, the only pressure is you put on yourself. I do it all the time, but to be like, oh my God, I have to enter this book. Oh my God, how many pages did I read? I've been really loosey-goosey. I just finished Dungeon Crawler Carl 3, the Dungeon Anarchist cookbook, yesterday? Yeah, I finished it yesterday. But I was real loosey-goosey about tracking my time with the audiobook. I was like kind of taking a screenshot of what chapter I started and where I ended, and then just kind of guesstimated for the daily habit reading or whatever, daily habit tracker. And I was like, I'm not going to be that worried about it. It ain't that big of a deal. Didn't make a goal this year and love it. Good. Can't wait for you to see it. I need to catch up on your videos. I had to have a come to Jesus meeting with myself a few days ago to be like, we're not being productive with our time. And I'm still not being 100% productive, but we're getting better. I have like 7 books on the go. You know what? And you read when you want, what you want, where you want, how you want. Those are just. I feel like I'm actually reading more because I didn't cycle, which is nice because then you don't. I think the goal I set was like 25 books. I just did the 25 books for 2025, so I was like, I know I can do that even if I didn't have like anything else. Like if I didn't have set goals or like, you know, the YouTube videos and stuff, I was like, I know I can read 25 books this year. So I did that. But I didn't want to be like, I'm going to read 150 books because I was like, that's just going to put pressure on myself for no reason. When Storycraft's like, your X book's behind, it would make me frustrated. You're like, shut up. You don't know. I had a lot of shit going on. You're just a website. What do you know? My fake goal I set was 69, which is a good goal. Make the same goal every year and I always beat it, so I'll know I'll hit 52 no matter what. So then you don't have to sit there and be like, fuck, I'm behind. I'm about to make a long ass video. I had you in mind. Good. I was like, Pizza Cat could craft to this video. Yes. Which is what I need to do. Hold on. Okay, you can't really see. I don't know which way it's supposed to go. This way, maybe? This is gonna be a moth. If you couldn't tell. I don't know how you couldn't tell. But it's gonna be a moth. This is my supposedly piece for the state fair. And I really need to get working on it. So there's a good chance that I might work in like some crafting streams. But then like maybe over this weekend, I just need to like set aside a good chunk of hours and just work on it. Right now I could go faster, but there's a lot of like quarter stitches. It's not a full X. It's like a quarter stitch and then that. It's really annoying because then I have to do the quarter stitch on each side of the square. And this is 18 count, so it's smaller. And it's just, I'm like, why do we need all these fucking quarter stitches right now? And it's just, it happens to be right in the middle where I started. So hopefully I can get that done and then move on to the other squares where it's just the regular X's. It's beautiful. Thank you. The most beautiful moth I've ever seen. It's great. So, but we got lots of stuff to do. We got lots of books to read. I actually have other books to read, but I also want to read this. Scallywagathon, as we all know, was just announced yesterday. I'm very excited. I need to finish my character. I know there's not technically characters for this, but I have a big ass pirate hat. Why would I let that go to waste? So I was like, well, I have to have a character. I was also, yeah, like, it's pirates. I hope, like, Friday does make a character and it's the sea serpent. And technically, me and Goomy and Friday are a tangle. So technically, I could also be a sea serpent. I want my character to say, Yerg, Yerg, Yeehaw, and Ark. I am Whale Master, yeah. I imagine it's like Aquaman, but like 10 times better. Because you just like rise up on top of like the whales when they breach the surface. Yes. Oh my god, it could be like surfing on whales. Pirate chasing sea cows. See, there's so much we can do with this. I picked out my little, I'm going to do the mapped one, the mapped path. And so I've got my path and I wrote down the prompts and I was writing down different options for the prompt. So at this point, I just have to pick which book from which prompt. And then I have to go and find them, obviously. And Tian, like, he walked in, he was like, oh, did she announce it? And I was like, yeah. And he's like, when is it? I was like, July. He's like, oh, that's going to be difficult with SGDQ. And I was like, I know. Not a man, so it already makes it better. Exactly. Aquaman, but not a man, so it's already better. I didn't get a chance to go fully over everything yet because my dad decided yesterday he needed to speak with me for hours. And you're like, Dad, don't you know I have to plan for Scallywagathon? And he's like, what the fuck is that? And like, it's a readathon. Duh. I'm a pirate. Duh. Pirates are hot. NASA! Pirates in Lost Ark make me want to bark at the screen. Yeah, like the Lost Ark pirates is very important business. Good morning. Well, good afternoon for you. But yeah. So I need to just pick out my books. Like pick which one, then go find them. I got a lot of books to read in July. I gotta make my character. There's lots to do. July and August are very busy. So, but it's fine. It's gonna be fun. Busy but fun. Instead of standing on business, we're sailing on business. Damn, that's good. My brain was gonna be like standing on the sea, standing on the beach. Wrong. I know, that's what I said. You weren't listening. You were watching a YouTube video. I can see your screen. I do have a hat. It's up there. You can't see it, but it's up there. Yeah, Tia. July's my free month. No releases, no trips. Gonna be great. Good. Yeah, don't be talking nonsense. We only talk business. He's typing. Busy. Yeah, I kept using that when Allie was doing the BG3. I was like, business Coco. Don't have a hat, but I do have corset. Yeah, like, I know I need a pirate name. I'm not gonna go like a full send into the backstory with like a shit ton of lore, because like Allie said, you know, we're gonna build on the lore and on the readathon every single year, like as time goes on, so then I can do the same. But I need a little bit of background. I need a name. I don't know if I'm gonna like try to find a picture that, you know, we just need a character. We got Scallywagged on. She announced it last night. So it's officially up. Let me see if I can find it. Please hold. Please hold. Please hold. I got it. You might be able, I think you can post links to Mariah. I think. Where? What if we pin it? A pin the where? Where? There's so much. There's 3 different like ways to play this year. I'm very excited. I'm doing the mapped path. I debated on doing like the other 2 because I was like, treasure hunt sounds fun because then I can just go around and do whatever the fuck I want, which is what I like to do anyway. If we're treating this like a game. But then I was like, well, the Fated Destinations, the dice roll, that also sounds fun. I was like, this is my first time doing this and I get confused easily. So we'll do the map path. We'll do the OG way first. Do I have more important things to do? Absolutely. Still ain't gonna stop me from making a whole background pick name. Exactly. I don't even know what path I chose. I did something, got somewhere, and it worked. I know, I like, Mariah just went and chose prompts without actually reading them. Mariah was like, okay, I'm gonna do that. I like that. I like that. But didn't read the prompts, which is, I think, the best and most chaotic way, and I fully 100% support. Is that I don't want to look up descriptions for the books you picked. Ooh, I'm gonna pick prompts from the cover and the vibe I'm getting. That's gonna be interesting. What did I say? I'm trying to think of some of them. That's gonna be interesting for a couple of those. Fortunately, I am slept for rolling dice, as you should be. As we all should be, honestly. Running on vibes. I was under the influence of natural substances, so you know, yep. I know, Mariah came into Allie's stream and was like, where is my pen? Where are my dice? Where are my books? Mariah was having a time yesterday, but it was a good time because they were still able to pick a path and still able to get to the lost city. So it was a good time. I'm excited. The one I was having, okay, so one of the prompts that I had, risky link, I'm gonna click it. I know it's a Google site. You never know what it's gonna be. Also, hi Raven. Listen, work was wild this week. Okay, so this prompt, the book involving betrayal, loyalty, or testing alliances, I have 2, and I think I know which one I'm gonna pick. But I was having a little bit of trouble. I was Googling, I was on BookTube and trying to like just use those keywords to like get some options. And I was like having a little bit of a hard time.
Damn it, Bobby.
I was like, who is huffing in my ear? Who did it? Persephone! Persephone, thank you for resubscribing. Also, good morning. Welcome in. Pirate Alley, 12 out of 10 recommend. The huff in my ear scared me. I forget that's what it sounds like. Good morning. That's one of the prompts I was eyeing. I was like, how the hell am I going to get that from a cover? Oh, actually, you know what? I know which one you could use off the top of my head. So I can either tell you or just let you go about your way, which the second one would be funnier. But off the top of my head, I know which one I could give you for that. But I was having trouble with the trust and treachery prompt. I was like, some things, there were some options popping up, but not a ton. And a lot that popped up were like a lot of classic, the fucking Great Gatsby. This book has popped up in numerous things I've been looking for. And I'm like, I don't want to fucking read this book. Knock it off. The pirate series could also work, actually. I was like, knife on the cover. Surely there is some treachery. Pirate series would also work, but there is another book that is not the pirate series, and it's a standalone that would also work. What was the other one? Oh, for the Lost City prompt, I chose, because I'm starting at point 2, Shattered Mast, and so I was like, okay, for Lost City, I'm gonna pick prompt 2 and like tie in the whole story. And so the prompt is a book on your TBR you think will be 5 stars. So I've got 2 options for that too, but I was also kind of having a problem with that. I was going through Storygraph and I was like, while a lot of these I feel like I will enjoy, or they might get a pretty good rating, I'm not feeling a 5-star from these. Get back to, okay, cool. Gonna be good. Did she change her picture at the bottom of this? Or is there a different picture of it? She did. Because the Meet the Captain picture on the website last night was a different Meet the Captain picture. Anyway. Okay. What's my okay, I did that. Hold on. Net. Different captain, they look alike. It's her twin. We had like, or maybe she'll do a pirate picture. I wonder if she'll update with like a piratey picture at some point. Then we'll have triplets. Triplet Alley. I don't rate books, so prompts like that are like, what book will I like? Yeah, like what book am I gonna be like, this one was 2 thumbs up for me. Sailing on Business, Booty, Pirates Are Hot. We have so many hashtags we can use. The Spider Heist. I know there's ways to like get the commercials, whatever you want to call these, off the Kindle, but it really doesn't bother me. On Reddit, it really bothers people to have like those whatever commercials on the Kindle, on the waiting screen or whatever. It really bothers people, and I'm like, it doesn't bother me that much, because sometimes I see when I'm like, what the fuck is that? Bothers them so much. They lie about having kids. There are a lot of ways I know you can go about getting those off the little waiting screen. And at one point I was like, oh, maybe I'll do that just because, you know, it seems easy enough and I can. And I was like, I don't care that much. Friday stinks, and he's not even here to defend himself. You can pay $10 to get him removed. I've heard they have ways that you can bypass like paying to have them removed. I don't know how, but if you go on Reddit, they will tell you how. But we're gonna read. Am I gonna read now? Yeah. I was like, do I have other things to do? We're gonna read. I'm on page 350. I didn't realize this was almost 700 pages. Well, it's fine. One of the ways to say you have kids, you don't want them to see anything potentially inappropriate. I feel like some of the times that folks have just called, or I guess emailed and been like, hey, can you just take this off? They'll just like ask Or they'll say, I'm going to return this because I don't want to deal with the ads or whatever. And they're like, well, we'll take them off for free. Yeah, I'm dead. If you get me enough, you can get anything from Amazon. Exactly. Okay, what am I doing? What are we doing? I don't know. Shit. Almost closed a tab. It's fine. Okay. My coffee is just a millimeter from the top of the cup, so I'm going to very carefully drink my coffee, and we're going to read, and it's going to be a great time. All right, I'll see you guys in 45 minutes, but I haven't started the timer, so I won't if I don't do that. Now I did. Okay, now I'll see you in 45. Bye. Okay, we're back. I gotta update my pages. 83. Excellent. Welcome back. Yes, Beyonce is a very sleepy girl. She woke up from her nap and then wanted to be on my desk. And then she was rubbing her face on my monitor and then moved the monitor. But that's okay. Hi, Nixie. Making excellent progress. Doing very good. What else do I put other stuff on here. Hold on. Oh, yeah. Create my character. Okay. Yeah. So I thought I was going to start the next arc of Warrior Cats, like now, and all 6 were available for what is Dawn of the Clans is the next arc. So I went ahead and grabbed the first 2, but now I was sitting there last night and I was like, I've got a lot to read. I don't know if I'll be able to read those. So I think I'm going to have to return them, which is annoying because I really wanted to start them, but maybe in the fall. And maybe those, I think it's like the 5th. I think it's the 5th arc. And apparently they're starting a new one. Like a whole new, I think it's the 9th arc, and it's like something with the elders. I'm really excited. So maybe in the fall I can read a little more Warrior Cat. So many books. I'm excited. Jesper also sleeping, too big to be on the desk. He could try. I mean, you'd have just push everything, like push the keyboards and the mouse and stuff. That's my biggest thing is I only have this desk. I don't have an L desk or anything right now. And as long as she doesn't sit on the keyboard or on my mouse, then it's fine. But she wants to be like right up against both of those things. And I'm like, could we not? I even push him out of the way and she still manages to be like, okay, but I'm going to be right there. But this is getting so good. We're talking about the elderlings. They're just so excited. Pete's got Molly. I do like these early mornings. I think we might do more early mornings. Okay, I want to look up, I know it'd probably be like fan art of what people think the Fool looks like, because I've been having a hard time picturing him in my brain. These are all a little too cartoony. Because all of these little fan arts, they make the Fool look quite young. But if there's any weight to my theory, then that would make sense. Yeah, I push like my drink, my mouse, keyboard, just everything out of the way. And she's like, oh my God, thank you for the extra space. I'm going to take up all of it. Okay, yeah, so there's a character in this book series that I'm reading, and he's the Fool. Like, he's a part of the court, but he's described as like, basically just like very pale white skin, like pale eyes. He a lot of the time is dressed in, I think like black and white clothing, but I have a hard time like picturing him in my brain. But recently in the book, there was some information, and so now I have a theory. I have parts of a theory. Because in the fan art, I'm like, I just wanted to see if there's some fan art, because I don't think there's like an actual drawing from the books of the Fool, and I just kind of want to see what he looks like, so I have something in my brain. Then Wispy Papery Boy, yeah, like I'm just going, I need like a little more detail, but all of these make him look very young, but that could make sense. See them differently depending on, that's true. If it's, oh my God, if it's, I'm just over here going, child, what are we doing? What are we doing, Fitz? Read the later books when he's a bit older. Haven't read Royal Assassin. Okay, so Assassin's Apprentice is the first one. It's technically like the very first book in all of Robin Hobb's Realm of the Elderlings books. This is the second one. I'm very much enjoying it. And now I think I need these books. I know I need the live ship traders, like physical copies. I think I need physical copies of these ones. I'm excited. Okay, no, I don't want to read all that. Don't be giving away secrets, Google, and all of these things that I've looked up. I don't want secrets. I don't want to know anything. Okay. I wish we had a Beyonce cam that could just follow her around. Oh my God. Where's the... Because she's rolling around on her back. Oh, she rolled back. Can you roll? Can you roll? Oh. She's looking at me like I'm an idiot. I wanted to take a picture of her. She's so round. Anyways, I hope everyone's having a good time zone. If it's your morning, I hope you're having a nice, relaxing morning. I need to go to the library today. I'm glad I messaged. I was like already in bed, and then I was like, wait, we're going to the post office, but I also need to go to the library. So I had to message him so that one of us would remember that today. We have a lot of things to do. Oh, you know what else I need to do? Okay. Now it's officially on the list. Robin Hobb books are so good. I already want to reread these. I already knew I was going to reread the Live Ship trilogy, but now I want to reread the Farseer trilogy, especially with all this new info that keeps popping up with the Elderlings. So I want to go through and highlight and make notes and everything. Also thinking about getting the books, and they look so good. I can't remember who it was, but someone posted, maybe in Allie's Discord, about I think there were special editions maybe of the Farseer trilogy that either have already come out or were coming out this year, and they looked so pretty. Well, I need them. Maybe I could get some for my birthday, because that's coming up in August. I'm excited. Oh, so for Scallywagathon, I forget which prompt it was, but I was like, maybe it was the betrayal prompt, but I was looking for books, and I was Googling and on YouTube, and one of my Google searches, I think, because I was also trying to be can I get some maybe with pirates, keep the pirate theme, and the Live Ship Traders came up, and it made me giggle. The end. It's so exciting. They're coming out. They're still coming out. I think the books are, yeah, I think these, well, at least the ones that I've read, I don't know about the entire series, but she wrote them in the 90s. So that's the other good thing is these are, I'm not done talking, that these were complete, and it's not the, what is it, the Song of Ice and Fire, the Game of Thrones books, where you're going, okay, is it gonna be completed though before we lose the author? At least these are done and we don't have to worry about that. I enjoy how I know nothing about these books and so many friends are reading Robin. They're so good. Everyone should read them. At least try them. Even if you're going, doesn't really sound like my thing, or I may not continue the series, I think everyone should read them. The last book was published in 2010. I think 2015, I could be wrong. Damn. Are they too high fantasy? They're pretty, I think, high fantasy, but they're so good. Incomplete series is a real concern, yeah. I save a lot of posts on Reddit because I'll just sit there and be like, oh, all of these sound really interesting, so I'll just save the whole post so I can go back and look at comments later. But there's a couple of times that people are like, I don't know if this series is ever gonna be done, and that really sucks. And I'm like, yeah, at least this one's done. I'm trying to think of the most high fantasy I've read. I think this is the most high fantasy I've read. And then I started Way of Kings. I haven't gotten very far. But I think this one, I really enjoy this one. This is my first Brandy Sandy. I'm really enjoying it. But I think it's going to have to like back burner for a short period of time because I've inducted myself into the big book club, book club, and there's just a lot of big books and I can't give that one the attention it deserves. So I might put like back burner for now, and then when I go back to it, just start at the beginning. Because there's also so much happening, so many people, so many places, so many different types of people in the world. There's a lot going on. And I feel like it needs almost my undivided attention. Maeve, A Darker Shade of Magic. Okay, Scythe was one of the book club books for Lydia's book club. And I couldn't fucking find it anywhere. Like it would, all the libraries, it was going to take way too long of a wait. And I was like, I really don't want to buy it just to buy it. Like, I'm sure I'd enjoy it, but I'm trying to not buy a book just because, unless I know for sure I'm going to enjoy it. Like the Robin Hood book, at this point, I'm like, I don't need to think about it. I already know I'm going to enjoy them. So that's different. That was kind of annoying. Just for I plan on reading Twilight this year for the first time, Molly. I have a copy you can borrow. I was gonna clap really hard and then I was like, that might be too loud. I have seen the Twilight movies, but I've never read the Twilight book. So technically I know what happens, but I feel like the books are gonna be maybe a teensy bit different, you know? So I'm excited. I enjoyed seeing Molly's reactions as you were reading and like you're typing out your reactions. I enjoyed that. The books give more depth. The laundry's done. I love seeing people's reactions to stuff because that's the same thing I do. I'm just a reaction type person. I'm not really one who's like, yes, I see all the themes and what the author is trying to represent. Like sometimes I can pick it up, and most of the time I'm like, oh my God, this bitch. Like with Fitz, I'm like, this dumb little idiot. Reggie's here. BRB. Lies. It's just someone looking at my free little library. Just kidding. Not Reggie. False alarm. There are a couple little libraries near me that I would like to go and poke around. Maybe later. Goodness. Okay. We're gonna try to get all 3 sprints because Tian has a meeting at 12:30. And I talked way too long at the very beginning, so we started later. No, it's fine. Your driveway's backed up. You like, get out of here. Okay, I'm starting the timer. I know Tian's gonna be like, I can go to the kitchen, but it's fine. Because I'm gonna need to eat before we go run our errands, because who knows how long it's gonna take at the post office. But anyways, and I want to get back to reading anyway. Perfect time. Yeah, he was sitting here. It's like, I can go. I'm like, no, shush. But it's fine. I knew this was going to be a shorter one anyway, because even if he didn't have a meeting, we were going to go run errands to try to get stuff mailed out and everything. And I have to go to the library. So there's that. And then I'll need to eat lunch before we go because otherwise I'll be really hangry. Go make Alex watch the first Twilight movie. Do it. He needs to see it for the culture. He needs to know the people I'm complaining about. Exactly. Like, I rant at TN all the time about characters, and he just goes with it because he doesn't know who the fuck I'm talking about. But there are times when you're like, no, you need to know who exactly I am talking about so you can fully appreciate. Okay, let's go. I'm in the middle of a chapter and I'm excited. Okay, bye.
Is everybody in the groove? Well, stick around. We're just warming up, baby. You'll be mine.
Hope it's not. Hope it's not too late. I hope it's not too late.
Good, you'll be mine. You'll be mine.
me. Excellent timing, as always. I see you. Hi, friends. Update our pages. Oh, wrong number. This is so good. Wallace is a little bitch. If you haven't read this book, sorry, I don't think that's a spoiler. Wallace is a little bitch. Regal is a little bitch. Oh my God. Pissing me off. Such a good book. Me and Tian are gonna go get lunch after we run our errands today. This is excellent. I need to get organized. I need to get organized this weekend. I need to read this weekend. I need to work on my my thing, the state fair piece. Yeah, well, Gromit's fine. Gromit can just do whatever they want to do. But Wallace is a little bitch. And Regal is a little bitch. State fair. Yeah, it's gonna be a moth. Because I haven't really been in like a cross-stitching or embroidery mood. And I was like, oh yeah, I'm definitely going to start in June and give myself more time. It is a smaller piece. Is it a smaller piece than last year's? I think so. But that's all I've done so far. Actually, I think it goes this way. I don't know anymore. It's gonna be a moth, can't you tell? So easy to see. At least I start. Yeah, I know. That's the only thing that's helping me to lie to myself is like, you know, at least I've started it. And I was telling folks earlier, like right in the middle, because I always start in the middle and work out at this point. Stitches there, exactly. Because I used to start in like the upper left corner and then work my way down. But for a while, I fold it and then I start in the middle and then work my way out. So that way I have even amounts of like overlap on the side. But right in the middle, there's a shit ton of quarter stitches. And I've never done quarter stitches. I've had them on other ones. I'm like, whatever. I'm just not going to do those. They'll just do like a half stitch or something. But it's 18 count. So I already have to, there's small holes and I have to use a smaller needle. And quarter stitches are a bitch. Evil overlap. Wallace is a bitch. Regal is a bitch. And quarter stitches are a bitch. And all of the stuff in the middle is like quarter stitches right now. So I want to get that done because the rest of it is either just the full X, like a regular stitch, or like some back stitching and that's it. I miscounted stitches on my cross stitch and haven't touched it. When you sit there and you're like you're like, fuck. You sit there and you count it like 10 times to be like, surely I did not. Surely I have counted wrong. And then you realize that you counted correctly right now, but you miscounted earlier and now it's all wrong. And then you just put it aside and you're like, I'll come back to it. The whole piece is cursed. I don't know what to do. It's a moot. Yeah, you're just like, I'll deal with it later. And then later keeps getting pushed off because pain in the ass. Because you gotta actually sit down and deal with it. You can't just sit there and go, okay, I'll take 20 minutes to figure this out because it's gonna take longer than 20 minutes. Which one of these was the one I was working on? Why is there's a cat here? Like there's lots of little bits. This is the pattern. Oh, okay. There's two of me. Okay, I fixed it. Been trying to finish a sweater, but I messed up the sleeves, and it's been 1.5 years. We'll come back to it. Yeah, like it's really pretty, and I was like, I think this would look nice on black Ada. And then at one point, and I'm still unsure, I'm pretty sure I've started on the wrong side of the Ada, but at this point I can't be bothered, so I don't care. So there's like lots of little bits, you know, lots of little back stitching and little bits, and whatever, that's fine. Okay, I've crossed it out, but like, you see this bullshit? Look at, there's like all these fucking half and quarter stitches. I've been treating these as quarter stitches just to make it more full in the square. But it's so fucking annoying. And then I gotta go back and do the back stitch afterwards. But it's fucking annoying. And I was like, of course, all of it is like right in the middle where I have to start. I know, now I gotta commit. So I'm hoping, I'm gonna start on this square and then just kind of like work my way across. So I'm gonna have more as I go. I didn't even see this. What is this bullshit? Why? I clearly didn't look very close when I picked this. I was just like, the moth is cool, I'll do that. So I'm hoping maybe I can finish this section this weekend and just be done with at least some of the quarter stitching. I didn't realize how many half and quarter stitches and shit there was. What a pain in the ass. Am I gonna get this done? Am I gonna have to pick another piece and start on that one? I mean, worst case is I just say fuck it, and like maybe this square instead of a half, it's just all the dark blue, you know, because I've already had to, it's not technically all the same colors, because I went through, I did a first pass and I was like, okay, I've got like not quite half of the colors, you know, that they have listed. And I was like, I really don't want to order any more thread. So then I just went and found the closest thing. And I was like, I don't care. I'm going to do what I want. So technically I'm already doing what I want, because not all the colors are going to be the same. Like this orangey color, I forget which color I have, but it's not technically the same color. So fuck it, we ball. Maybe I just make it into a centipede. It's just one, it's just the middle part with its little, I was gonna say horns. These are not horns. These are antenna. Antenna, otherwise known as horns. I really need to work on this, but like, it's not like, the main part is not a large piece, but I need to sit down and get shit done, you know? So that was a weird transition, because at one point I also was sitting there going, well, what if I just do, because I've seen this on like some of the Reddit threads, they're like, most of the time if you just go, okay, I'm just gonna do 10 stitches a day or 20 stitches, you'll end up doing a little bit more anyway. And I was like, even if I only did 10 stitches, I'd be making some progress. But right now I know some of the stitches I would do, most of them would be like half and quarter stitches, and I'm like, I don't want to fucking do that. So Now I don't have to because break is over and we're gonna read. We're gonna do one more sprint. Let's see, what time is it? 11:23. This is gonna be our last sprint because he has a meeting and I'll need to eat something before we go and run our errands because we're gonna go have lunch. But I haven't eaten anything today. All I've had is water and coffee, so I'll need to eat something so I don't get hangry. So, how long do we do this? Maybe like 40 minutes? Maybe like 40 minutes this time. Off to Alex. Have a good time. Have a good safe trip there. Have a good rest of your day/evening. Thanks for hanging out, Molly. Okay. It is time to sprint. So I'll see you in 40 minutes. Okay, goodbye. Welcome back. Hi, Strut. I love the Fool. Love Night Eyes. Serene's a bitch. Justin's a bitch. I know, that was a really fast 40 minutes. Well, you just take 5 minutes away from the typical timer. Goes flying by. Hi, Allie. If anyone understood the ebook tapping and shaking, I'd love to hear your interpretation. Serene's a bitch. Wallace is a bitch. Regal is a bitch. Justin's a bitch. Night Eyes is excellent. But we understand now why Shade is doing what they're doing. It's happened a couple times already. Something happens. Just, I gotta shake the ebook, you know? Book full of bitches. But Justin got what he deserved. He's a little bitch. So good. And I'm probably gonna read more, but we're just gonna update now. I've gotten so far. I've read like probably maybe like 100 pages or something so far. So good. Now I'm at 66%. We're gonna get this book done. Book full of bitches. I'm understanding more now. And I almost got thrown off. I was almost lied to, but of course we're lied to because Regal's a little bitch. Hungry. Okay. That was our last sprint, and we're going to be raiding out. We have errands to run. Me and Tien, or the we have errands to run today. I really like starting early. I started at 9, but I was hoping to start by 8. Maybe I start at 8 o'clock on the days that I stream. Oh. Well, you just got home not long ago, probably. I had to start early today because we have to go to the post office, and that's probably going to take a while. And I have to go to the library, and we're going to have lunch. But his meeting is in like 20-ish minutes. So I was like, well, we don't know how long all of these errands were going to take. And then to come back, and I was like, I don't think I'll want to stream later because I don't know what time we're going to be back. So I was like, I'll stream in the morning, and maybe I'll just start early. So maybe I start starting at 8. Thanks for hanging out, though. I'll see you guys later in Allie's stream because it's Fortnite night. What is it called? We're Fortniting, and we're drinking, and it's gonna be silly. I don't know who's playing. I think I might also drink alongside you guys because I think I'm gonna have to do my long run on Sunday because me and Tian are gonna go to the Asian Mall tomorrow. And I think that's all we have to do tomorrow. And I'm not gonna want to like get up, go do that, and then run afterward. So maybe I'll do like a walk or something tomorrow. I could start the 4th dungeon crawler Carl tomorrow and go on a walk and then do my long run on Sunday, which means I could drink tonight because if I was going to run tomorrow, I wouldn't want to be drinking. So go Fortnite. Want to join? If you got space. I didn't know who was Fortniting tonight. There's lots of nutters that are available to nut with Allie. So many available nutters, and you never know. But I'm down. I'm excited. Speaking of Allie, if you look at the pinned comment, apparently no one. They betrayal. That was one of the prompts I was saying earlier when I was like trying to go through and like I have options for books for all of my prompts, but the betrayal one, it's like betrayal, testing alliances and loyalty. I was having a little bit of trouble with that one. I think I know which one I'm gonna pick, but I was having a little bit of trouble trying to like find some options for that one. So if you have any, let me know. But is this gonna be correct? No, wrong. That's a prompt. But speaking of Allie, please hold the pinned comment, and I'm gonna boop right there. Galley Wagathon has officially been announced. It is a go for the whole month of July. I'm excited. I still need to make my character, which is not required at all, but I have to. My big hat is up there. You can't see it. Oh, you can kind of see it. Not really, but that's okay. But I'm gonna come up with my character. Gonna finalize my books. Then I have to go and find the books. But I'm really stoked. I'm gonna do the mapped path. All of the places, well, I guess like all the places on the map are technically dangerous. But I was looking at the path that I'm gonna take, and I was like, I feel like I'm going to all like the scary bad places where they're like, all right, payment is we're cutting off your hand, or we're taking 10 vials of your blood or something. I'm like, let's go, because I feel like that's what my pirate would like. So I'm excited. I'm excited for Scally Wagathon. I'm excited for this book. So much is happening. Like every time I've stopped for a break during sprints today, it's like as soon as I picked the book back up, it was like shit was going down. They are all scary stops. I'm excited though. Okay. I'm cold. I need to turn the air off. And I'm right under the whatchamabopper. The thing. But anyways. Found it. I will see you guys next week. What's next? Next week is fucking July. June 30th is a Monday. And then we start July. And then the week after next is SGDQ, and that's going to be really fucking busy. But that's for the weekend after. So I'll see you guys Wednesday. For now, I'm only sticking to Wednesdays and Fridays. But I think like in the fall, I might go back to 3 days a week. But right now, 2 days is working. But if I start super early, like at 8 in the morning, then, you know, we could just stream for a long time. But we're going to go visit our friend Lumi. This is in case you get left behind, and it should pop up in the chat anyway. But Lumi is streaming, and we're actually planning something, a little co-stream for August. So, yeah, Mr. Moneybags over here. But me and Lumi are planning a little a cross-stitching stream for August. We're still working it out because they're really talented and do a lot of like cross-stitching stuff, which is what they're working on right now. And then I need to work on my cross-stitch stuff because my moth is coming along really well. Obviously, there's so much to my moth right now. I need to work on that this weekend. Ideally, I would at least get a whole square done this weekend. Gotta make it a priority. I'm gonna have to have another come to Jesus meeting with myself. I've already had one, and I haven't really changed. Gotta have another come to Jesus meeting with myself. But I'll see you guys later in Allie's stream. Tien is streaming also today. Are you streaming Magic and then Final Fantasy? I think he's reading something, but I think that's what he's gonna do. He's typing. Not to me. And then tomorrow at 1 p.m. Central Time, Tien is going to be doing a one-day charity stream. It's being hosted by Quantum Bat, and so it's going to be Liza P. I don't know if he's gonna do his like deathless run or his boss run or anything like that. Beyonce is here to talk about it with me, but Tien should stream Fortnite. But tomorrow at 1 p.m. Central, Tien is hosting a charity stream, and the acronym is GATE. I don't remember what it stands for, but is in support of trans rights. And so we are going to be doing the one-day fundraiser. Thank you. He already had it ready to go. Global Action for Trans Equality. Sorry, I have a cat on my desk. She's here to talk about it with us. So we are going to support our trans friends. And it's like a whole bunch of folks streaming Liza P. Is P for T, I think is kind of like the little hashtag that they're using. Hosted by Quantum Bat. It's going to be tomorrow. Donate to Gate and he'll be your Fortnite hoe. It's $250. That's our goal that we're aiming for. I think they're already over 5,000, right? We've had folks streaming for it already. How much? Oh. For him to be your Fortnite hoe? Like the overall, or like just what she would have to donate? 50. Come here. Talk with us. Because we are here to support our trans friends. And that is what this charity event is for. There it is. Yeah, that's the link. It all goes to support trans rights. And Beyonce would want you to. Look at her. God. So that is tomorrow at 1 p.m. Spread the word. If you can donate, excellent. If you can't, that's also okay. I know he's got it posted, excuse you, ma'am, on his social media. So go like it, repost it. You know, if you've got folks who are also streaming tomorrow and they're like, hey, I'm looking for a raid target, or you might just be like, yo, I've got someone, to maybe direct people in so we can get some more eyes on the charity event. That would be great. But please.
You know.
She's fine. Okay, so that's our stream. That's our stream, and I'll see you guys around tonight at Allie's. I'll also be in Tien's. I'll see you over the weekend. I need to work on my cross stitch. I'm gonna read my book. I need to get prepared for July, which is on Tuesday. What a way to end. See you guys tomorrow in Tien's charity stream. And then I'll see you guys on next Wednesday for me. I might just start early because I know I've been starting at like 10. And then today I started at 9. What happened? Looks like Tien's gonna be a Fortnite hoe. But I'll see you guys later. Have a great weekend. Make sure you wear your sunscreen. Make sure you drink your water. And then I'm gonna start the raid. Make sure you're around to see Tien be a Fortnite hoe. But that's fine. Okay, I'll see you guys later. We're gonna go see Lumi. Okay, all right, bye.